welcome to Two Cooks in the Kitchen. Subscribe to our channel, and you can always look on our gluten-free recipe site at twocooksinthekitchen.net for recipes for all of our videos. We are going to be making some things with beets. A beet tower, probably a salad, but the first step of making beets edible is to roast and peel them. So that's what we're going to do. I have these beautiful beets that we bought, and I'm going to put some olive oil on them, and just rub it on. And I'm going to put these in a 400-degree oven for about 90 minutes.
Now you did it.
Yep. Have to wash the bottle. You can stick a fork in them and make sure they're done, but 90 minutes should be sufficient for these. These are pretty large. If you have smaller beets, you could check them after 60 minutes. Probably be enough. It's hard to overcook them. There we go. I'm going to cover them with foil and put them in the oven, but I'm going to wash my hands. So this pan's kind of big, but I do want to make sure that these get covered. It just helps trap the heat and steam them a little. And that will do nicely. And I'm just going to go into the oven, and I'm going to start my 90 minutes when the oven gets to 400 degrees. It's not there yet. So there you have it. We'll come back when it's time to peel some beets. So our beets had their time in the oven, and they've also had time to cool. And theoretically, it just slides right off. Now, a couple things. I'm wearing gloves because I don't want my hands to be stained. And this is the first time we've played with beets since we got our new white countertops that could potentially stain. So you gotta be careful of things like that when you're dealing with beets.
Don't wear white.
The coloring can be used to make a nice dye. So sometimes this process is super simple, and other times it's really difficult. And I have resorted to a vegetable peeler.
And the paper towel's supposed to work.
Paper towel kind of works, yeah.
Sometimes.
And I mean, I've just had varying success, because sometimes the whole peel just slides right off. And I can't, it's got to just be the beets. I can't find any rhyme or reason to why that would be sometimes and not others. So, there you have it, peeling the beets. So I cut up all the beets, and I saved a couple of pieces, like 3 pieces for each beet tower. Oh, we're making beet towers. That are approximately, close to the same size. And you can always trim them and get them the same size if you want. And I've got this Chev, the soft kind.
Goat
cheese. And I'm going to spread this out over top of the beet. And I'm doing this with the soft cheese because it spreads better. I have done this with the crumbly goat cheese before, and it's just fine, but it doesn't look quite as tidy. So tidy is nice. It's not necessary, but if you can come up with a nice tidy look, it's pretty cool. All right, so then I'm going to go on with my red beet. And then I'm gonna, here, I got the this. Every time you touch a red beet, everything else you touch becomes red. And we'll put this on. And over on the stove, I have some balsamic, just a little bit of balsamic and some red beets. I'm making a beet balsamic reduction that will make a pretty drizzle on the plate. And this one's not coming out to the edge quite as nicely. Then we put our top on here. And there is basically our beet tower. So I'm going to create the other one, get the balsamic cooked, and we'll come back.
Listen to the lovely piano music as we wait.
Now there's a dot. Look at that.
Yeah, it has to do with the cooling for sure.
Mm-hmm. So let the first bit cool and then add some more, and it stays in a pretty nice shape. This is going to be delicious. So you want to be exact with your measurements here. Get your dots all the same size. Otherwise you look like an amateur. Look at that. That's pretty.
Yeah, it is.
Now I want to redo that one.
Oh, this doesn't look terrible. No, you did a good job. Oh, that look from here it looks like birthday cake. So what's your other garnish you got going
It is
on
birthday cake. All right, so we have our creation here. Now there are some things you can do to, if you really want to spiff this up. When you see how nice it looks when you have a cut surface here. So when you still have your beet tower just in rough form, you can make it a square, you can trim the sides any way you want. We thought we have some circle cutters. You could just go down the whole thing with a circle cutter and make a perfect thing. This is good for us. I just love this, the clean lines of the middle there. We just stuck a mint leaf and a flower on here because it's November. There's not a lot of garnishes growing out there. So the balsamic reduction worked out really well on that one. Not so well on this one. But you know, it's one of those things. Keep trying and learn. So here's your beet tower. Thanks for watching Two Cooks in the Kitchen. Subscribe to our channel. Check out our gluten-free website, gluten-free recipe website at twocooksinthekitchen.net. And we will see you later.